All right, let's have a grown man conversation today. Some of y'all not gonna like this video, and that's fine. I seen comments, I seen social media activity. Talk about the cap, talk about how we can afford to build a Super Bowl team, a championship level roster around Jaden Daniels. And I want to be clear from the jump. This is my first time really breaking down cap cuts on this channel. And I waited on purpose because we not in trouble. The Commanders are not in cap hell, not even close. You gotta look up the road to Philadelphia for that. This video is not about panic. It's not about blowing up the roster. It's not a fire sale. We talking strategy. We talking options. So if you click looking for a cut everybody, trade everybody rage video, this ain't that, my boy. But if you want to understand how front offices really think, how they look at your favorite players as numbers on a spreadsheet and as pieces on the field, stay with me. Stay locked in because some of the names in this video, you're not going to like them. But these are the conversations we got to have, baby. And so we going to get right into it. Real quick, as of January 13th, 2026, let's talk about the Commanders' cap situation. They're sitting in a top 6 position in the entire NFL, roughly $76 million in available cap space. Depending on how you project the roster and the final cap number, some people have it creeping closer to 90. Either way, here's the point, my G. This team has real financial flexibility. Dead money, almost non-existent. About $248,000. And you know, that's NFL money. That's couch money. That's couch change right there. But we're not sitting here with a bunch of ugly restructures, okay? That's one thing we need to be clear. And we're not pushing money into 2027, 2028, like some other teams. We're not doing cap gymnastics like Howie Roseman over there. This right here is what a healthy cap situation looks like, especially when you want a rebuilding situation. And I want to say this clearly so nobody twists this in the comments. The Commanders are not forced to cut anybody on this list. Nobody's back is against the wall, but smart teams, okay? They don't wait until it's broke to look at contracts. They get ahead of the problem. Smart teams look at who is helping them for the future and not just who is just expensive, okay? So that's what you got to have in your mindset when you're watching this video. So let me talk about how the cap actually works real quick. I'm gonna just give you a quick high level situation, all right? 1,000-foot view, okay? Before we start naming names. A cap cut does not mean a player is trash, okay? It does not mean a player cannot play. It means the math no longer matches the moment, okay? As I'm saying this, y'all are starting to think of players. I know this. GerardBTV, okay? Dead money is already spent cash and bonus. You're not getting that back. But if cutting or trading a guy saves you 10, 15, 20 million on the cap, got to have that conversation. Got to have that conversation because that savings can go to free agents and extensions for the stars or taking on a big contract in a trade. A lot of y'all be wanting trade assets. This is how you do that. You might look at a player, you might be like, I own a jersey, but you paying A+ money for B- performance. I know when I said that rang a bell for a few of y'all. Okay? So let me give you the ground rules, okay? Number 1, these are just options. Just like the last video with the top 5 free agents, these are just options, man. These are not demands. I wish I could demand AP to do these things, but hey, he make the big bucks. Number 2, savings have to be meaningful, okay? We freeing up real money, not just some change moving around deck chairs, all right? We trying to do some work, okay? We trying to get into over $100 million in cap space so we can really go after these free agents. Look at the last video for the free agents that I'm trying to look at. I'm gonna put that link all over this video for y'all to check that out. Also, man, I'll be remiss real quick. Let me give y'all a quick shout out. Man, y'all been loving, man, I love y'all, man. Y'all holding Gerard B down. The channel's growing nicely, man, almost to 1K, man. I appreciate the support. Keep it going, keep it going. Memberships are open, man. Supers are always open. Help the support channel, man. Much appreciated. So back to my ground rules. Number 3, football impact matters, all right? So that's another thing. Number 4, age and timeline matter because we are on the Jaden Daniels timeline, okay? Number 5, this is not about turning down a roster. This is about flipping good cap space into a great roster building situation. All right, so I just wanted to give you the ground rules, okay? That was a lot. Right, we're going to see who's emotional, who's thinking like a GM. Let's get right into it. First up, cut candidate number 1, Southeast Shon. Okay? He got the cleanest contract on the roster. Okay? In 2026, his cap hit is $18.5 million. He got $0 of dead money. That means if you cut him before June 1, we save every single dollar. $18.5 million on top of the cap money that we got. So no penalty, no leftover change, and that's as clean as it's gonna get. Now let's talk ball. We got him via trade. Man, we gave them draft picks. Man, we was hoping it worked out. Man, it did not work out. All right. He has not been the guy that we thought we was getting. We got bad goods. And that happens in the trade sometimes. You get bad goods. He's injured goods as well. Coming off the ACL. And man, look, he had mad penalty. He came off ACL and we got him. He was coming with hamstring. Now he coming off ACL. I'm good. Right? I'm sorry. But he had penalties. Quarterbacks are putting up a 95.6 passer rating when targeting Marshon Lattimore. That is not locked down. You might have been teaching my man Mackie bad traits. Okay? And you 30 years old when the season stopped. All right, at a premium position that demands burst, change direction, and trust, and you was already getting targeted, bro. I was getting tired of seeing Marshon Lattimore get targeted. They was not throwing that ball at Trey Amos because they was like, we could just pick on this old guy. So this isn't about whether Marshon can play football, because he probably still can, but just not for my team. This is about availability, age, and timing, okay? And let's talk about availability, ain't been there. Age, he up there. Timing, he outside the window that we looking at, okay? Like, from a spreadsheet perspective, from a pure consultant perspective, man, this is painless. From a roster perspective, we freeing up almost $20 million to get younger in the secondary, to add a long-term corner who can grow with this defense and with Jaden's window. I'm looking at a few of them Seattle DBs. Man, options galore. Man, we're gonna have to do another free agent video. Got to. This is already getting juicy. So here's the question for you. Are you keeping the name or are you keeping the production? In the comments, let me know. You keeping Lattimore or you cutting Lattimore? And if you keep him, tell me what level of play justifies that cap number. $18.5 million cap number. Let me know what that means. For me, it's a cut. Sorry. Okay, moving on. Cut candidate number 2. Man, this one hurt, man. Daron Payne, bro. Daron Payne. Let's turn the temperature up a little bit. This one tough. D Payne, 2026 cap number is $28 million. Now, I ain't counting nobody pockets. But come on, dog. Dead money, $11.2 million. So if we cut him before June 1, you're saving about $16.8 million. If you wait and do it as a post-June 1 cut, that jumps to around $22.4 million in savings. I'm just saying. Let's be real. Payne Wayne, whatever you want to call him, paid Payne, Daron paid, whatever. He flashed, man. When he's on, he looks like one of the most disruptive interior linemen in the league, bro. Point blank, period. I'll never forget that game. That man was like a one-man wrecking crew on the whole drive. But that happened one time. And I'm remembering it like it was like this is his best outing. Okay? And when you've been as inconsistent as he has been, especially relative to his contract, I mean, you're talking about top of the market money at his position, man. And inconsistency is unacceptable. That's why he be on Instagram going smack at fans, right? Nah, we don't care, bro. You getting the biggie bag, and you was out here being a Bama. All right, you was not on the ballers list often this season. You was on the Bama's list a lot this season. All right, and you can't get sometimes dominant for always dominant money. That's a bar. All right, so this is one where the conversation shifts from cut to trade, because Daron Payne trade could save a serious cap space, right? And bring in much needed draft assets, i.e. the ones we gave up to Houston for Laramie Tunsil. Come on now. And this trade or cut, it'll align fully with a defensive reset under a new defensive regime. Okay, I'm looking at you, Brian Flores. Come on down to DC, brother. Come on down. Listen, if we believe in Javon Kinlaw, we believe in Johnny Newton. It might not be unwavering belief, but brother, we talking about $22 million. That's one good player, two rotational players. You know what I'm saying? Like two upside players. We talking about getting younger, okay? Cheaper interior guys. That means we going through the draft as well. Payne's impact has been a fraction of the price, bro, of his contract, dog. He just been eating, bro. And I ain't here to count his bread. I'm happy for him. Get your chips, young man. But you're gonna have to move on. You gotta move on, bro. You taking up too much of the cap space. So you don't move Daron Payne because he's garbage. Okay, because that's not the case. He's not garbage. He's still a top 30 defensive tackle, right? You move him because the cost to impact is way off, bro. It's way off. Like if you did the ratio, it's all the way fucked up. All right. So that was the grown man part, yo. Okay. So let's talk to me about that right quick. I want y'all in the comment section think about this. You willing to keep Daron Payne for another up and down season at a double digit cap number, bro? At that cap number, you willing to keep that? Let me know in the comment section. Payne, keep, cut, or trade. And if you say keep, tell me what else you are not signing, because that money is tied up in the D Payne, dog. All right? That money can go to a lot of resources on our roster, dog. Cut candidate number 3. My bad. Back up. Rewind. Reverb. I'm off of trading them. Trade. All right. Now we go on to 3. Man, this one also hurt, because we purging over here. Dorance Armstrong. Now, this is a clean, quiet one, bro. This is one of them silent joints, okay? Check this out. His 2026 cap hit is $11 million. Zero dead money. About $9.3 million in savings. Now, he has been a solid rotational edge player. He does his job. He's not a scrub. Right? We started unleashing him, running again, going up against guards and centers. But defensive end, the edge position is a premium position, and premium money should not go to premium production. Now, he's not getting the most richest contract, but you can't keep handing out near starter money for guys who we really can only trust in a rotation or in specific packages. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. You can't give starter money to people who you ultimately deem as rotational or specific package players. Now, before his injury, he was coming alive. I was like, oh shit, DA trying to get paid. Okay. So this is a classic case of good player, replaceable role, because we may be able to get the same production for cheaper. It's just economies of scale. Okay. If we move on from DA, you freeing them almost $10 million that can go to a game record. You know, a lot of those players we mentioned on the in the last video about the free agents, a lot of them DNs, we could use that money to go get them boys. Come on now. I mean, we might be able to get a weapon on offense, right? I mentioned Alec Pierce. You start freeing up some of this money, you getting the Alec Pierce. You getting a Kyle Pitts. You know, you getting 3-4 out of the 5 free agents I listed, okay? I'm just saying, if you ain't check that video out, man, I don't know what you doing. Please go check that out, man. Also, like, subscribe, share, hit that noti bell, roll to 1K, baby. GerardBTV, we taking over 2026, man. We are on our way, man. So here's our question about Dorance Armstrong for what he is, or what we wish he was. In the comments, let me know. Are we keeping Armstrong, or we cutting him? And if we keep him, same thing. Are you comfortable with his number as a true starter, or do you still see him as a rotational dude? Personally, me, I'm going to keep Dorance Armstrong. I'm going to keep. I like what I was saying from DA before he got that injury, for sure. Because without DA, we was dead in the water. Yes. Cut candidate number 4. Man, this is a fan favorite, bro. Our number 1 crash out, Frankie Luvu. Right? Frankie Luvu was playing like Frankie Doo-Doo this season, bro. Went from all pro to all no. I don't know what was going on. 2026 cap hit, $10.3 million. No dead money. Savings just under $9 million, bro. Now, let me be clear. Frankie Luvu brought the energy to the defense, bro. He brought leadership. He brought excitement. Okay? He brought that edge, right, that we needed. When he's on the field, you feel him. You see the emotion. You see him flying around. Okay? But when you really look at the production, right, when you really look at the production, game to game, snap to snap, it was too many times we didn't hear Frankie Luvu name on that broadcast. It was too many times I was doing streams, live streams before I broke my monitor, and I wouldn't hear Frankie Luvu name at all. And listen to that. Listen. He about to be 30. So we back to the age conversation. Okay, he about to be 30. And this is where you separate emotion from business, man. Okay, because I ride with Frankie Luvu. I damn near bought me a black 4 jersey. Okay? I mean, I feel like he can be, you know, a part of what we got going on. But, again, if we believe in a Jordan McGee, if we believe in a Kane Madrano, Ale Cahill, some younger cats we might pick up in free agency, right? The right defensive coordinator. Man, we got to have a youth movement, bro. Right? We need to be a young team, offense and defense-wise. And veterans' presence does matter. Locker room guys, they do matter. But at some point, you got to ask, are we paying for leadership or for prime years that might already be slipping? And if this is his prime, past his prime, slipping prime, whatever you want to call it, do you think we can get better bang for our buck with somewhere else? See a lot of people talking about the Kobe Dean, you know, Devin Lloyd, just saying, Quay Walker. You pair them with a Jordan McGee, we might be cooking with grease then, okay? So talk to me. If you keep in Luvu, and that means you passing on a younger, faster linebacker or another corner or another weapon for JD, are you okay with that? In the comments, you know what I want. Luvu, keep or cut. If you say keep, tell me where a roll and snap count you think matches his $10 million hit. Personally, me, I'm cutting Frankie Luvu. I'm going to go get me one of these young 25 to 26-year-old linebackers to lead my linebacker room. That's what I'm going to do. Love Frankie. It's business, baby. Cut candidate number 5. And this one kind of hurt me a little bit. He was on Instagram posting, you know, and he loves my quarterback. He loves my quarterback. Who don't? Right? But last on the list, bro, it's a sneaky one. It's the badass himself, Tyler Biadasz, man. 2026 cap hit, $10 million. Dead money, 0. Savings, about $8.3 million. Okay? So not no chump change. Very reliable center. He is not a disaster. He's not getting walked back into the quarterback every snap, although he do has his faults. He's not of the upper echelon, right? But he ain't average neither. Okay, he like above average, right there in the middle of you know, above average and awesome. So he in there, he's straight, right? But I'm not saying he can't play. But interior offensive linemen are generally easy to replace. Now, center is a different animal because that is low-key the most important position on the offensive line, bro. You got to call the line calls out and everything like that. So if you're trying to reallocate money on the roster to say for a wide receiver or a tight end or something like that, I'm saying maybe a pass rusher. I'm saying like we can go get us a nice center. Okay, they might be on the market. I'm not sure who's on the market that could replace a Tyler Biadasz. And because of that, you don't want to nuke the offense, right, by having a piss-poor center. So the question is, are you willing to roll the dice on a cheaper center, a young guy, right? Maybe some mid-tier free agent, even maybe a higher tier free agent, right? But he's a younger guy. So you're upgrading the position. You're getting the age down of the team, you know? Or do you just want to roll with Tyler Biadasz, man? Let me know you want to keep or cut. For me, I'm going to keep Tyler. Right?
Yes.
Big picture, our offensive line played phenomenal together throughout the most of the season, man, even with the injuries late. So that's kind of how I'm feeling about him. I think Tyler has proven that he is a leader on the line. and his experience is invaluable. Now, someone like an Andrew Wiley or an Alec Reddy or something like that, yeah, they can go ahead and get freed up. Now, granted, that's only gonna be like 3.5 million, a lot smaller, so they weren't on this list. But those are more realistic options if you're talking about cutting any kind of offensive lineman. You're not cutting your center, bro. Now let's zoom out. Let's look at the big picture right quick. We already sitting with top 6 in the league cap flexibility. If we do nothing, and that's fine, okay? We still can be aggressive and participate in free agency. We can make some moves. We ain't gonna be stuck with the same exact roster. But I remember, we ain't got but 36 players under contract, bro. All right? So, but if we make some of these moves, I ain't saying we gotta do all 5. But we make some of these, maybe 2 out the 5, 3 out the 5. There we go again. Okay. If we make cuts strategic, if we cut or trade strategically, think about it. Stack that on top of what we already got. We talking about an extra $60-65 million. You know what you can get for that on that free agent market? I'm talking about that's the cost of 3 out of the 5 free agents that I was just telling you about. Just saying. I'm just saying. Right? If you wanted to cut some of these dudes and go get 3 of those free agents, I'll say, there you go. That's how you would do it right there. Now, but we talking about getting top of the market free agents, okay? Once you make these cuts. If you free up $60 million, you getting top of the market free agents. You're going to get your Quay Walkers. You're going to go get your Devin Lloyd. You're going to go get your what's your boy name out Seattle, one of them DBs. They got 2 DBs. I think one of them named Kobe. And the other one is I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but shoot, I think he might be a restricted free agent, but I'm looking at him too. Like, it's some players out there, right? Some young players, fresh up the 2002 draft class, right? That's what we looking at. 2002 draft class that did not get extended. Man, come on now, some hitters in that draft now. Okay, you know, some hitters. So we thinking about making sure that one, we stay financially flexible. One, to extend Jaden Daniels once that contract come up, right? But also to make sure that we making the roster way better. Championship contender roster. Not saying it's gonna happen in 1 season. Shit, it might not happen in 2. But if we got the growth on the roster and we building it the right way, by the time we picking draft picks in DC, we could be there. We could be there. And that's how good teams stay good, bro. You don't stress about the cap. Use the cap to your advantage, right? They don't wait until it's broken and desperate. The Eagles. They look at the roster, bro, okay? And when things are healthy, they make the hard calls anyway, okay? So let me say this real quick, bro. I want y'all active in the comment section. Let me know about Lattimore, Payne, Armstrong, Luvu, or Biotish, or anybody else you might be thinking, right? And let me know if you want to keep, cut, or trade these guys. Remember, only one that's really trade eligible is Daron Payne. Okay, I'm going to read through them. I'm gonna feature them. I'm gonna feature some of them on my next video, dealing with the cut candidates, right? And we'll see if we thinking alike. Okay, I got my little list that I wanted to run through. Remember, I said cut Lattimore, trade Payne, keep Armstrong, cut Luvu, and keep Biotish. All right, with that alone, I got my $60 million back. Come on now. This offseason, man, we talking team building the right way because they got to get it right this offseason, man. The vibes at the end of the 2024 season was immaculate. The vibes at the end of the 2025 season, you see my face. It's serious, dog. We got to go get this, man. We ain't about feelings, all right? Not about the vibes. We got to get this, bro. Washington Commanders, bro. Stand up. I'll see y'all on the next one, bro. Gerard B with GerardBTV, and I'm out.